Utah Jazz Summer League basketball. And we start off the summer of hoops here on NBA TV with the Atlanta Hawks and the Memphis Grizzlies. At home, but maybe you will one day. Now for Atlanta, John Collins played last year. He's here.
He took a step that they had last season. So there's some adjustments and some changes going to be made with these two teams.
Well, the tip one, and then a foul whistled inside. The Grizzlies, of course, the grindhouse. They want to get back to that style of play. Also like to score just 99 points a game a season ago. And David,
they're going to be able to have a lineup with Jackson, Gasol as their bigs, and then they've got 5 shooters on the floor.
And there's another 3 there by Jackson. That's 2 in a row.
Boy, didn't waste any time. Looks at his hands.
6 rebounds a game, 40% from the three-point line. So those open looks.
Nice power move inside. John Collins, we spoke of.
Collins' numbers, I don't think, told the story, because if you look at it month by month, he got better and better and better. You know, when some of these guys come in the league so young, and then you really have to look at what they do in March and April, and you see him
get to the point where a lot of early shots are taken, but it looks like this team wants to really utilize this kid right here. I mean, Trey, they really impressed with the way he passes the basketball.
Hands is something that he has in his scouting report that a lot of players don't have. The thing about Trae Young is he was Oklahoma, so his experience in 1 year in college basketball,
he talked to all of his players before the debut. That was back in mid-May, and really good response by the team he's put together. And it's a
John Collins is really good, and 19th in that draft sums up how great that draft was.
Ivan Rabb scores his first 2.
What the coaches are thinking. Trey, obviously, very good point guard. Ability to pass the basketball has been very impressive. And then Jackson, defensively, has really impressed the coaches.
Picked Morgan a year ago, back in 17. Knocks down the big 3. And Lloyd Pierce told us, I'm glad he's here. He's a talented young kid. 6'5", about 185. Hawks with the ball. They've been hot early, hitting 6 of the last 7 shots. Make it 7 of 8. Nice shot off the mark. And Atlanta now, after a hot start, they've gone cold, missing 6 straight shots. Goodwin the other way with a circus bucket for 2. Replace Marc Gasol sooner than later?
I don't think so. I think he might complement Marc Gasol, because Gasol's such a beautiful passer that Gasol can play so many different ways.
But they're very high on the fact that he's a smart player. He reads defense very well. Didn't read that one very well, though.
You know, I'd tell you the test, I think, for Trae Young is to shoot himself out of this, because he's a 36% shooter from college, right? Granted, he played 1 year. That ball flies in, no foul.
3rd of the night. Boy, and he was fouled. Just wonder why there wasn't.
20-year-old hold Haunts. That ball thrown inside, taken away, taken back, now loose again, picked up. Morris, little feed pass down low and up top for the hammer. Spellman's having a nice first half.
He's been a good shooter all his life. It's nothing new, and to be able to showcase it here on this stage is an awesome feeling.
Hit the rim, but they're a miss.
It's a miss. You can't hit the rim.
Good one, flies out of trouble, knocked it down. That corner 3 goes
exactly
down.
what he can do. Every player thinks they should be in the NBA.
Collins straight away.
Unless you're the Golden State Warriors.
Who's dying from it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen, I guess, Houston in Game 7.
Maybe a little.
I keep hearing that phrase. I've seen a lot of people die by the 2. I'm not seeing as many people.
NBA and WNBAers.
Absolutely.
Atlanta really struggling with the shots, both in and out. But the hammer coming down strong, and even the crowd. Atlanta hit 5 of their first 6 shots, and now 7 of the last 30. Sampson the other way, back-to-back buckets for the 6'5" guard. Gets it back, and the ball comes loose. Hawks get it back, and they put it out with the right hand.
Since February 1st of his college season, he shot 36%. So February 1 to the end of college, he only shot 36% when everybody saw him a second time in conference play. Switched.
And a lot of times you don't have to, the amount of time that you require to switch doesn't. Whoa, he got hit another. Now he's showing us that he can shoot the ball.
Collins has his pocket picked by Simmons, who had a terrific half. That ball's going to go down on a goaltend. Simmons with 9. Bunner, he landed with both feet on the table, not one. Young, there you go. Keep shooting, and you finally bust out of the slump.
Size is the issue as much as anything. He's only 6'2", and he's not particularly long. So I think we've seen a few times where that shooting window closes on him.
How about back inside after the missed 3?
Sorry, Greg. 7 of his 8 shots are threes.
Nice block. Starts a break. Hawks come the other way.
Spellman's been really good tonight.
Makes 2 out of 3. Just past the 7-minute mark.
Okay, what just happened right there is
His
huge.
chances of becoming an all-star and his chances of being a non-contributor in the NBA.
If your computer, without Jonathan Giovanni's rankings, were to just draft, what would have been the computer's top of the draft?
Well, Trae Young would have been second after Luka Doncic, and Doncic had the best projection, either incorporating the top 100 rank or without it, of any prospect in my database. He rated better than all of them based on his production in Europe.
Over the years, as Trae Young works here, over the years you've had some success. Rajon Rondo was a numbers guy for you. Fred Van
Smith put a shoulder down. Trae Young tries a baseline. Kick out. Trying to get a little rhythm. You know, you get caught up in scoring, Ron, and of course, Lloyd Pierce told us, look, Trae Young, loved the way he scored as a freshman at Oklahoma, but also he averaged nearly 9 assists a ball game.
I don't think there's any doubt he'll get better, and I think his shot selection will get better there as well.
Boy, Memphis. Young drives inside. Couldn't finish, but on top of the rim. On what we've seen, some struggles from the Hawks. They've mounted a couple of comebacks, and Memphis has just been putting up threes. In fact, right on cue, the corner 3.
Conference Player of the Year. They've been impressed by Memphis in his ability to get his shot off, how fast he gets into a shooting window. He had a pretty good space there. Nice finish.
Wow. That's a little fancy underneath. The no-looker. And Trae Young, despite some struggles tonight, with 11. He's got the ball in his hands. Left-hand dribble back out. Big fella wants 3. Up and in. I'm impressed.
We're impressed with Memphis Grizzlies.
He's the 4. Marc Gasol's the 5. That's why Memphis is really optimistic about their upcoming season.
Crawford runs in. 82-71. Atlanta made a run. Memphis answered. Ball dropped, picked up. Another 3.
Hopefully they gain some of it. We're seeing some of it right now, probably.
When I'm talking to the coaches last night, David, they said we are going to be better.
Please. Jackson gets it back behind. What do you bet the 3-point line? He'll take that shot. One more time.
He's a traitor on this play.
12 straight points for Jaren Jackson. And he didn't run back on defense. Assistant coaches will rotate through the responsibilities of running one of these games. And tonight it's Mazzari.
More than anything else, they were fearful of him going to the Lakers.
Could be.
I'm just trying to digest it. They don't get bird rights on him. So it's a hard.
Back to Goodwin. He's got to hurry. 3 on the shot clock, down to 2. Good defense out front by Cleveland. Rolls it in. Just beat the buzzer. That's a
See
nice
that
one.
a few players got a little winded. The altitude.
Inside. Nice pass. Adams.
You think they're
Out of range to the point where it's not a high percentage shot.
Hawks runs it off to Adams after the turnover, and there's a 3-ball down. The final seconds tick away, and an impressive opening night win for the Memphis Grizzlies. They used the 3-ball behind the shooting of Jaren Jackson Jr. Trae Young, I guarantee you, he'll be back. A 16-point night, but a rough night from downtown. But Booner, overall, Memphis moved the ball extremely well. They shared it.